on every single stock. We have catastrophes, and unfortunately, catastrophes make opportunity. If it's not the war in Iran and Israel, if it's the financial crisis, if it's a hurricane, if it's whatever it is, they always make stocks run. Or if there's some great news, maybe a company came out with a new drug. What drives these things up or down? Two things: buyers and sellers. Now, everyone here has always been trained to focus on the left of the chart. I am going to teach you the right of the chart. 99% of the people don't even know that. 1% will, and you're going to be the 1%. And what is the right of the chart? The right of the chart is the future orders. And I'm going to show you out of some of the stocks that we traded and see how they reacted and how you could have been prepared to where to get in and where to get out. Now, let me just change the slide here really quick. Before we continue, real quick little risk disclaimer. I'm not making any guarantees and promises. It works for everyone. This works as a case by case, by student by student. There is a very high risk in trading, so please be very smart before you go out there and trade, because you could lose, if not all your money in doing it. Now, these are a couple of things we're going to talk about today. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to ask a lot of questions, but I'm going to teach you how we follow big orders, the tools that you need. I'm going to talk about the best times and worst times to trade. If it's not during the day, it's over the week or the year. Just basically how to also apply day trading into swing trading, to options trading. And like I said earlier, how to read the right of the chart where most people are reading the left of the chart. Now, let's go through the live markets. Let's see what's going on. Now, I know we have some students in here, and, obviously there's been a couple of stocks that are moving in the market. I want to start talking about some of the stocks that we traded. And before I do that, does anyone here follow me on social media or YouTube, Instagram, any of those? Hold on. Okay, let me just bring up Instagram really quick because I always find that one's easier to grasp. Okay, so here we are. Here's my Instagram. So all these videos are on all my social media: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, X, all of them. And I want to point out, George, okay, good. So I want to point out this. Excuse me, right here. So you'll see these videos that are posting right here. Massive buying, panic buying. That was a video I did on Costco, but this is the video I'm kind of talking about. Hurricane stocks on the move. So if you read these stocks right here, these videos came out about 3 days ago, I think, right? 3 days ago. And you'll see some of the stocks I pointed out, like Home Depot, Lowe's, Generac, a couple other stocks out there. And I posted a lot of them on that day. And not only that, but I also brought up these, some hurricane stocks with some big moves and opportunities. And I talked a little bit about what stocks are moving, what to look for. And depending, listen, they made a big deal that this was the end of the world for Florida. I mean, the way they made it sound like the biggest, worst hurricane in the past 100 years. But that catastrophe made those big opportunities. And I go through the watch list and I show you which ones are moving and which ones are not. Now, like I said, you can go back and you could back test us. You could see when we actually made that announcement, but you'll see that I was doing this already starting into last week. All right. Now, and there was just more and more and more stock, just more videos that I brought up over and over again. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want to bring up these stocks really quick right here, and I want to show you what happened. So when the news came out, you could see that when they made a big deal about it, you could see like Lowe's has been having a really nice move. The stock went all the way down to, let's say, if you just jumped in when we talked about when those stocks are moving, stock was 262. It ran in 3 days, ran to literally almost 277. All right. Home Depot. Where's Home Depot? Right here. So Home Depot, you could see here, and let me zoom in, get a little bit closer for you. You could see when that news came out, it was around $3.99. It ran all the way to $4.20. So that's about a $30 move right there. Generac was pretty good. There's Generac right here. And you could see right here that when that came out, it was hovering right around here at 157. It ran all the way to a high of 175. Another nice little $20 mover, and there were other stocks out there. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there are so many stocks that are moving. And I'll give you another one. The war in Israel, Lockheed Martin. Okay, this has been going on for a year. Ooh, shoot. Sorry. Wrong stock. Open screen. Bring up that screen right here. Okay. So Generac, not Generac. Here, Lockheed Martin. Look how what this stock ended up doing. Went from 460 all the way up to a price around 610. And it just keeps making higher and higher and highs, new highs on that stock. So, unfortunately, like I said, these catastrophes make these opportunities. Now, there's a lot of stocks we can go through, woulda, coulda, shoulda, just like Weight Watchers came out with some big news just this past couple of days that now they're going to get into the weight loss drug business. And you have a stock that went from 70 cents up to about $2 in less than 3 days. And that is a double. That's like Lockheed Martin going from like 450, to almost 1,000, right? That'd be pretty cool. So these are things that you have to look at. So there are opportunities that run them up, but what makes them running up? Is it the news? It's everything else. How do you know how much higher it's going to go up? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. And then what I'm going to do before we end here, ladies and gentlemen, is this. I'm going to spend about 30 minutes. I'm going to show you guys the tools that we use to trade. But at the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite every single one of you to come and join my professional trading room, which is right here. Okay. And basically in this trading room, you're going to have a full week access to courses, classes, live trading, commentary, everything. So we do practice what we preach. Now, I've been doing this for over 30 years, traders. I love what I do. I'm one of the original day traders, but I know everybody here wants to make this work. But before I waste anybody's time, let me just make sure this is something that you want to do. Now, my question to everyone here is this. I want to ask everybody some questions. I want to get to know a little about you. So I want to do a quick poll. All right. And my poll question is, how long you guys been investing for? So I got a little poll question up there. If everybody could just click on it, just kind of want to see what kind of experiences. Now, when I ask this question, what I'm saying is this. I mean, when did you start taking very seriously? Is it just, in the past year, you retire, you're doing it full time? What have you been doing? I don't want to hear you've been doing it for 30 years. Listen, I've been doing it, I do it every day. It's a different story, but just want to kind of get to feel everyone out there. All right. So I'm going to end that poll. I'm going to share the results. And good. So we got some new people. And we got some new people doing for a while. All right. Now, my next question to you is this. Who actually trained you? Have you been professionally trained? Yes or no? Meaning, have you taken courses from somebody? All right. Now, while you do that, I'm going to bring something up here really quick for you. And I just started doing this just recently. And okay, so does anyone here use ChatGTP? I'm going to bring this up. All right. So what can I help you with? What is the success rate for people trading without education? The stock market without education. All right. And we're going to ask ChatGTP. Over time, some estimated suggested anywhere between 70 to 90% of retail traders fail. Right there. Okay. Now, what is the success rate if you do get education? All right. Let's say what happens if you do get education. Let's see what your success rate, how it changes. Percent. I meant in percent. In percent. Estimate is about 20 to 30%. Okay. So you could see how much you basically succeeded, how much better you got. Now, does anyone have any questions we should ask ChatGPT about, just like a Google search? Anybody have any questions? Well, Juan, that is a great question. And this is how I'm going to answer that. I am going to invite you to watch us trade every day. So you're right. And I agree with you. A lot of people out there, they always like to show the track record. Oh, what did you do in the past? What have you done for me lately? And the best way to answer that is that when you come into the trading room. Okay. And that's what we need to do. Now, who is Fausto Pugliese from CTU? Let's ask some questions here, because founder of Cybertrain University, teaches more level 2, level 3, one of the original Souls Bandits. Okay, now probably a question is, who is the best to get educated for stock trading? Okay, now I'm going to ask ChatGPT, who's the best person to learn how to trade? Oh, what do you know? Cybertrain University was ranked number 1. Who's ranked number 2? Investment Underground was ranked 2nd. Warrior Trader was ranked number 3. So what you're looking at right now is we're asking ChatGPT, who's the best people to learn? Well, guess what? Tim Sykes is number 5. Online Trading Academy. Anybody familiar with any of these companies? Anyone familiar with any of them? Anyone learn from any one of these schools? Some of you said that you did get education. Emma, who'd you learn from? Who are you familiar with? Tim Sykes, Warrior Trader. Okay. Tim was ranked number 5. Warrior's ranked number 3. Anyone else? That's it. Okay. Well, Alan says from CTU, it's the best. All right. Well, thank you very much. Well, listen, I'm not here to pump my arms and tell you I'm the best and everything else. My goal is to educate you, because I love teaching people. Okay. You know what I don't like? I don't like seeing people lose money. And I also don't like bad actors out there that people think they know how to teach. And some people get caught up with the wrong people. All right. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself. And then I'm going to teach you exactly why trading is such a very big failure rate. Now, for me to be doing this for 35 years, I must be doing something right. Okay. I've been featured in some of the biggest educational expos in the world. I am featured at NASDAQ. I do presentations for NASDAQ, because what I'm about to show you is how to use NASDAQ trading software. Okay. Listen, this is not the Fausto indicator. This is not the brokerage firm. We don't do any of that. I'm going to teach you how to trade the market. Okay. That's what it is. Now, before I do that, I want to give everybody a gift for coming here today. And my gift to everyone here is this. I want to give you my book for free. Okay. So if everyone could open up their inbox, and if you can go out there right now and just open up your inbox and just write in Fausto, type in my email address, which is faustop@ctucorp.com. There's my, and everyone just say, please send me your book. Okay. And just hit send. All right. So everyone here, right there, just send me an email. Now, if you want, you can go to Amazon. You could pay me, $45, $47. But if you want, for you to being here, I'm going to give it to you for free. So it's a great book. It's color. It's a fast read. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. Okay. So, oh, I got my email. Mine came in. All right. So Fausto's going to get a book right there. All right. So while you guys are filling that out, the big thing is this. Everything that I kind of going to teach you within the next 30 minutes, you'll get in this quick, this little book that I'm going to give everybody give access to. All right. Now, my goal today is not only to teach you how to trade, but I'm also looking to recruit traders that I could trade with. So if you feel like you have it in you and you feel like you want to be part of a team, part of a family, part of a group, well, we're going to have that discussion after you guys attend the free, come to the trading room and get to see what we do there. So hopefully you'll be like some of these people that are standing right in the crowd. All right. Now, just to let you know also a little bit about myself, I've been married for about 26 years. I got 3 wonderful sons. I think one of the great things about me being married and having, and having 3 kids, I could do things with them. I go out to dinner with them. I travel with them. Trading is a great job. It really is. You can, you are your own boss. You can come and go whenever you please. And you know what? And most importantly, I get to do the things I love. Like I even have my own living channel. Okay. So if anybody wants to learn how to make good food and how to raise backyard chickens and all that good stuff, that's some of the things that I do. But listen, this is not about me. This is about you. Okay. And what I mean about you is that everybody's like, oh, you know what? You see all these people on social media, like, wow, I wish I had that guy's life. He's in Greece. Listen, being a trader can give you that life, but you got to know if it's for you first. Okay. A lot of you here really don't qualify to trade. And you know what? That's okay. But before you go out there and go in, you got to know how to play the game of trading. And the issue that why I love teaching people so much is because there's so many people out there trade for the wrong reasons. Number 1, desperate. Number 2, ignorance, and number 3 is they just don't know what they're doing. So before we go out there and start doing that, I'm going to show you what you need to do and what you don't need to do. And I want to bring up the hurricane that just passed us. Okay. So we have a Helene and Milton that were huge, huge devastations. Huge, what happened. It's like 24/7 on TV. Now you're looking at it like, wait a minute, what about the election? What about this? The election's 30 days from now. Okay. Actually, one of the stocks, I don't know if you guys are very familiar with, anyone familiar with DJT, the Trump media stock? Look at this. This stock's been doing great. You're a Trump fan. You're not a Trump fan. Look at the stock went from $12 to $23. In the last couple of days, this stock has obviously been moving unbelievable. Today alone, it ran from 21 to 24. Not to jump all over the place, but let me just ask you a question, everybody. If you bought the stock at 21 and you sold it at 22, how many points did you make? How many points did you make? If you bought it at 21 and you sold it at 22, what did you make? What's 21 minus 22? Nadia, $1, right? Everyone just write 1. A reason why I want to see if everyone's paying attention, because you're not chatting in there. That means you're distracted and you're making me feel like I'm wasting my time being here. Don't make me feel like I'm wasting my time. Okay. Everyone write 1. 1. I don't know where you got 2 from, but it's 1. I said write 1. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring out my calculator. 1 times 1,000 shares equals $1,000. Okay. Times 5 days a week is $5,000. Times 52 weeks is $250,000. Now, that stock ran $3, not 1, 3. You didn't need 3. You needed 1. Hell, if you just got half, let's say you made 50 cents, that's still $130,000. Now, let me ask everybody a dumb question. Who doesn't want that job? Who doesn't want that job? Forget about all those people bragging about the $1 million. Who doesn't want that job? All you needed was 50 lousy stinking cents, okay, to make that. And not only that, now you question, you might look at it as like, well, why is it going up? Who in the damn cares? Who cares? Right? The bottom line is it was one of the biggest percentage movers of the day, and it's moving. But if you want to go not risk on a $23 stock and you want to trade NVIDIA, all right, okay, trade NVIDIA. Now you got to risk $130,000 to do it. To what? And it moved exactly the same. 131 minus 135 is $4. It's the same thing, but would you have to risk literally almost 5 times more money to make the same amount? You understand? So this is the deal that you have to look at it. I got paid 130. One, you made 130,000 working at AT&T. And think about it. You had to go work 40 plus hours a week where you could just made it working an hour a day. That's why a lot of people like this job, right? But your question is, how'd you find it? How are you just going to know it's going to go up? All right. Well, that's what we need to focus on. Actually, let me tell you what we're about to learn right now before I jump ahead. We're looking at NVIDIA, right? What's the high on NVIDIA today? What's the high on NVIDIA? Oops. Hold on. Here we go. 135, right? Why did it stop at 135? Why did it stop at 135? Does anybody know? Why didn't it go to 136? Why didn't it go to 140, 130, 140? Why 135? Well, Lynn, obviously, you know. You know what? The person that I'm very interested in is Juan. Juan keeps asking questions, which, by the way, I still didn't see you, Juan, send me an email that you were interested in my book. So you sure know how to answer questions and are calling me out on things, but you didn't ask for my book, which, okay, that's okay. Why did it hit 135 and go down? Resistance? Okay, so Dennis, you're looking at the left of the chart. What's on the right of the chart? Is there such thing of a right of a chart? Yes or no? Right now, you're looking at the left. This is the left. What about the right? Well, you know what the right is? The right's the future. How many here would like to read the future of NVIDIA? Who here wants to read the future? Here's the future. When the market opened up at 9:30 this morning, if you look down here at the bottom, follow my little crayon here, fellow traders, 9:30. Program trading kicked in. It was trading right around here when it opened up, which is around 132. Stock started going up. This person was out there. That order is a 2.3 million share seller. Now, Juan and all you people out there, I've asked you a question, everyone here, and the students here know this already. How many of you here knew there was a 2.3 million share seller out there at 135? Anybody here? Anyone here knew that? You're in the stock right now. You're in NVIDIA. You didn't, right? Now, wouldn't it be nice to know that there was that big seller out there so you had that game plan and could have bought the stock at 132 and sold it at 135 because now it's starting to go down. Now it's at 134.50. Did I get your attention now? Wouldn't that be good? Right? But you guys are not reading the right of the chart. You're reading the left of the chart. And if you didn't know the guy was out there, you'd probably be like the rest of the people out here and probably could have chased it, not focus on the breakout, all that good stuff. Now, this is what I'm going to show you for a whole week in my trading room. This is what we do all day. Okay. Let me just show you, bring you back to my trading room because I want to show you something here really quick. Where are we? Oh, here we are. So you could see here, let me just bring this up over here a little bigger. You can see all morning screenshots. These are all the traders in the room. Screenshots of resistance levels, watch lists, day trading, swing trading watch lists, PLTR, CRZN, World, Duo, Fleet, stocks. You're like, what the hell stock is that? I never heard of those. Yeah, well, this is what we're going to show you. All right. This is what you're gonna learn being part of the room. Now, how do I know all this stuff? Because I was a market maker. I was trained. I live here in New York. I was trained by some of the best traders in the world. Those people that you saw that run around, on the New York Stock Exchange, I was one of them. Okay. If you had an opportunity to be a fly on one of those people's shoulder when they're down the floor buying and selling, that's what you're listening to right now. And back then it was a private club. Now it doesn't exist anymore. Now you guys have access to it now. So let's get back to the hurricane. Okay. Yes, we do one. And actually, we actually teach you how to set it up and actually how to use it. All right. Now, I was actually one of those people that helped Thinkorswim to get that installed on that platform too. Did you watch my, if you should actually do a video, Rich, can you send the video, the link to YouTube, how to set that up? It's actually one of our most popular videos on YouTube regarding about the Thinkorswim heat map. All right, but here you have, let's go back to here the catastrophe you had. So you got this big catastrophe going on. Everyone's freaking out, right? You saw this picture right here of the baseball field. Everything got destroyed. Okay, everything got destroyed. And, obviously disasters create opportunities in the market. Okay. So Generac, like I showed you, big run up. Home Depot, big run up. Lowe's, big run up. Why are they big run ups? Okay. What did they do? Well, people eventually have to fix those homes. They had to buy plywood. They got to rebuild it all over again. They said it's 175 billion with a B to do all those repairs. Where's that money coming from? Where are they going to spend it? Okay. So it's when they have to spend it, they have to go buy it. It's going to help the bottom lines for these companies, and the earnings are going to do better. All right. Now, obviously, they haven't reported anything yet, but they will, because where else are you going to buy it? Well, you're going to go to your local hardware store, right? We all know if you go shopping and you had something's wrong to your home, where do you go? You go to the local Home Depot or the Lowe's. You need a generator. Where are you going to go? To Costco? I mean, a lot of them are very familiar about these big generators from Generac. They're the big ones that make it. But the thing is, you got to know when to buy and when to sell. All right. And the way you do that is you follow the money, because that's how we teach our students what to do. So what I'm going to cover right now is something called level 3 and level 4. Now, I want to do a poll question really quick. And I want to see if you guys, I'm just curious who here, who has it. Why can't I bring up the polls? Rich, could you bring up the polls? I want to find, there we go. You had it. Who here has level 3 quotes? Just give me a yes, no, I'm not sure. Now, while you fill that out and give me your answer, I'm going to go through all the different levels. So you got level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. Okay. So level 2, every brokerage firm offers it. This is basically level 2. Right here. You see how this thing is blinking. You see the buyers. You see the sellers. Basically, you see in exchanges. This is basically the level 2. Looks pretty cool. Moves pretty fast. By the way, getting back to NVIDIA. This is awesome. I hate bouncing around doing this. Maybe it's my ADD, but I don't know. I just got to point this out. What's the video doing right now? What's the video doing? Going up or down? Down. Why is it going down? It's a great company. Why is it going down right now? Big seller. There you go. Not a pullback. You got the wrong answer. It's not a pullback. Big sellers. Okay. And if you knew you were coming up to a 5 million share seller out there, would you still want to own the stock? Yes or no? See how quick you answer that question? See how quick you guys saw that? Where did you get the big seller? I just showed you on level 4 right here. Something that some of you guys are not using. And I'm seeing it on every stock. DJT, look at this, big buyer over here on the bid, big sellers, Weight Watchers. These are all the stocks I'm looking at the future. I am looking at the right of the screen, where most of you are looking at the left of the screen. Now, let's get back here. So let's talk about level 3. Okay, level 3 basically has everything that level 2 offers, but more. Now you're seeing now listen to me carefully because it's going to be disturbing because you're about to learn something very valuable that you're going to probably be so petrified to put your next trade out there, because when you leave today and when you come join my trading room, you're going to see like you would never are going to want to buy a stock without looking at the right of the chart. You're going to want to know where those 2.5 million share sellers and the 3 million share buyers are. So here, what you're looking at is, hold on, my crayon's out here. You're seeing wrong one. You're seeing every buyer and every seller at every single price, from the highest to the lowest, for the amount of shares to the amount of orders. So you're seeing everything out there. This is basically what happened. The exchanges wanted to make everything transparent, so everybody here could, they wanted to make it a fair market system. Okay, this is what when they talk about the free market system, some people are like, what the hell does that mean, free market system? The free market system means that you're free to go out there where no one can lock you in, and you could actually see everything. It's no hidden market. It's a free market system. And think about it. How many of you here would make smarter and better trading decisions if you were able to see every single order in the stock that you're in right now? So, do I got your attention? All right. Now I want to take the profits so they sell. Well, listen, we're going to get to that. All right, but let's talk about how he utilizes data. All right, because it's going to get, now we got to get a little interesting, because remember, we only got about 20 more minutes. I got to go. I got ready for my trade, so I could sit here and I could talk all day. All right, but we got all week to do that. Now let's go over here and look at this. So here you have a stock, UPS, right? Started this morning right around here around $1.34, 134. I'm sorry, drops all the way to a price of 132. And then shoots back up after 10:30 back to 134 again. Why did it stop at 10:30 at 132? Well, what makes a support level are buyers. So when we look at the buy column on the left-hand side, you work your way down, you'll see that there's a 75,000 share buyer at 132. And there are 19 orders that make up that 75,000. Now, is that a lot? Well, when you got everyone showing 100 share buyers, 80 share buyers, 200 share buyers, you're talking about that specific number, which is over 100 times the norm of any single price. I don't know about you, but that's a lot of shares. I would rather pay attention to the 19 orders out there to make the 75,000 than the 2 orders that make up the 11 shares. All right. Now, what about resistance levels? Moderna. This is the company that came out with the COVID drug that made a killing. So mRNA, you could see it went from $8 up to 18 and came back down to 13. Why did it stop at 18? Why didn't it go to 20? What the hell's the number 18? Is that part of the Jewish religion? I mean, the 18, because I'm born on the 18th, by the way. So I love the number 18. But why 18? Why not 19? Has nothing to do about my birthday, has nothing to do about the number 18 high, whatever it may be. What it has to do, that there's 140,000 share sellers out there at 118. Okay? Exactly, Margaret. And you know what? If you look down there at the bottom and you saw that order out there, you probably would have got out too. Let's go over some examples of this week. Tesla. Great stock, great, but the problem is they go up, they go down. So it dropped. It started off the day. It started trending down from 158, dropped down to 258. It's at 244. Now, you always ask yourself a question. It's like, okay, well, how much lower is it going to drop? Well, the thing is, you got to know where the buyers are. Is it going to zero? It could. Believe me, I can show you some stocks that went to zero. All right. It could happen. Now, I'm not saying, Tesla's going to zero, but like what I'm trying to say is that stocks go up and go down. And there are buyers and sellers at every price level. And when you look for if you're looking for support levels, you got to know where the buyer is. And there's about a 224,000 share buyer right here at 242. Now, without looking at any stinking chart, any dumb indicator, any of that stuff, I could just see right there, if I'm looking for the algorithms, the high frequency trades, the AIs, that 193 orders out there, I'm assuming that's going to be a support level, because why would it be out there? And you know what? 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock, when it finally got to that big buyer, boom, the stock went up. It hit that 242 and it shot up to 250 in a matter of an hour and a half. Now, who here knows the stock SMCI? Anybody here know the stock SMCI? I'm just curious how many people know of it. Well, we have some students here saying a lot of yes. Some of you that are students are saying no. Okay. So listen, there are 25,000 stocks out there, right? SMCI was one of the, I would say one of the NVIDIA stocks. You thought NVIDIA did well? This thing kicked its ass. This thing went from $10 up to 120. And actually, I just did a 10-for-1 stock split. It really wasn't that price. It was basically 1,200. Okay. But it came all the way back down. But the point is this. SMCI this morning, pulled back. Okay. And not only you could apply this as a day trade, but you could apply it as a swing trade, because same thing happens, just like I showed you in NVIDIA, they do it SMCI. But the stock pulled back. You could see it, and it pulled back pretty damn hard. It ran from 51 down to 45 in a matter of about less than an hour. All right. Now, the thing is this. Is it going back to $10? It could, but it's got to get through this 100,000 share buyers sitting there at 44, right? I mean, you got 2,000 shares, 5,000, 100,000 shares looking to be bought at $44, $4.4 million. Okay. What do you think is going to happen when we get to that number, everybody? Is it going to go up or go down? What do you think? When we get to that big buyer? Up or down? Up, up. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. If you set up, congratulations, you figured it out. It hit 44 once it got around that price. And then not only did it over the day trade, but over a swing trade, it ran from 44 to 49. Not bad for a day's pay, wouldn't you say? Not bad for a swing trade, would you say? Now, my question to everyone is this. Did you need an indicator to tell you that? Did you need any special software to tell you that? Yes or no? No. Now, let me show you some more. How do we identify a stock when it hits a top? Now, how many of you here feel like you're not selling soon enough? You're getting a little greedy. You wish you knew where the top was. Well, the only way you're going to know where the top is, you got to know where the sellers are. HIMS, great news. Stock joined the S&P 500 small cap, 600. Stock's been doing great. All the things. You probably never traded it, but regardless, money's money, right? But the thing is, where do we take the profit? Well, we're working our way down. And if you notice, we're not too far on the sell side of this 94,000 share seller out there. Now, is that a lot? Well, it doesn't look like the NVIDIA that got 2.5 million. That's a lot. But it is a lot, because look at all the other sellers at every price level. They're only 100, 600, 2,000, 94,000. That's almost 100 times more than some of the average of orders out there to every sell order. What do you think is going to happen when we get to $20? Hit it, came right back down. You see what I'm saying? You watch that stock all day. You go from $18.80 up to $20. Knew you were coming up to a big seller. Hell, if you bought it at 19 and you sold it at 20, you made your buck. Right? I would hate to own the stock at 19, goes to 20, didn't take it because I didn't see that order out there. And now I got to sell it at 920. I'm like, oh crap, I just made 20 cents. I could have made $1 on that trade. So from 1,000, now I only made 200. I mean, you still made money, but how did you not know that? How did you not get prepared for that? And the reason why is this, and everybody should remember Cybertrade University and Fausto Pugliese for this. Everybody likes to look at the left of the chart. You are now learning how to read the right of the chart. And if you ask anyone that reads charts, you should ask them this. You focus so much on the support and resistance in the past. Is there any way to read the right of the chart? And you know what they'll tell you? There's no such thing. And then when they tell you that, they're like, well, I don't know if that's really true. I was listening to Cybertrade University, and there is such thing a right of a chart. And they ask them, well, what is the right of the chart? And maybe you'll teach them something. It's all the future orders. And like, you could see that? They're like, yeah, Fausto taught me that at Cybertrade University. Well, how does Fausto know it? Because I was a market maker. This is what we do. Do you know when you ever look at the old, I wish I had a photo here to show you, but you ever see when they show the people in New York Stock Exchange? They're always looking up at the screen, right? Or they're looking at a tablet. They're not looking at 6 monitors. They're looking at a little tablet right here. Looking at their, I'm using my phone for you. Looking, oh, okay, we see what's going on. Okay, boom, boom, boom. They hit their phone. Or they look at the screen on the wall and they look at all these numbers. Hey, there's no charts on those screens. There's no charts. They're looking at numbers. What numbers they're looking at? The number you see on the left-hand side. MSTR. Let's look at one more. Bitcoin doing great. There's been a big rally on it. Stock, this is another reverse stock split. $40 to 200, right? Still big run up. You could see even the course of the day, it ran from 180 to 186 to about 198. Huge winner, right? But the game plan is, where's the resistance levels? Now, in theory, if you knew the stock was, if you picked a number, right, at 198, where would you think realistically would be resistance levels? Just like pick a number up the top of your head. Pick a number up top of your head. Like maybe even a whole number. 300? Irving? Anyone else? Anybody pick a number? 200? Okay. 300, I think, is a little pushing it. 200, 210, 200. Now, look at the reason I'm asking you all this question is look at the numbers all of you guys pushing out. Okay. Now, watch what I'm going to show you next. You got 2 orders that are sitting at 198.40, $250,000 and another 240, not 200, 198. Now, most of you said 200, which is a whole number, which is a mistake, number one. Okay. People knew that most people have those orders at 200. These traders want to get out before that. Look what happened. It never hit 200. It got right at 198. And if you didn't see that order, you went from 198 down to 187. All that $10 winner lost it all within, a few hours. All because you had your stop in there at 200. Why didn't you not know about the 198 person? Juan, getting back to you, I'm glad that you're asking these questions. And you know what? Like I told you before, I can only spark your interest right now, but I have all week to show you this stuff. All right. All week. Which, by the way, I still didn't see you sign up for the book. Okay. All right. So let's get back to iceberg orders. These are what we call big block orders. Now, who here feels that this can make you a smarter and better trader if you knew where those orders are? Well, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to give you another gift. Okay. You probably want to know where to get Book Viewer. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give my email one more time. For the last time, I'm going to give it to you. And I want all of you out here, open up your inbox again, right here, and type in Fausto P at ctucorp.com. Looks like my thing's running slow. And just write NASDAQ book. Just write that in right there. See it right there? NASDAQ book. Oh, my emails run slow. Everybody write that down. Everybody got it? Fausto P at ctucorp.com. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is this. I am going to send you 2 videos that are about 5 minutes long. Very fast, right to the point. I'm going to show you where to get it on the NASDAQ website. I'm going to make sure you get the right one. I'm going to show you how to set the defaults. And I'm going to show you how to trade off it. All within 10 minutes. One video is going to show you how to get it. The second video is going to show you how to trade it. Think how much smarter and better trading decisions you would make by seeing that. Okay? And that is going to be my gift, my second gift for you coming here today. All right? Now, everybody did that so far? Okay, I'm getting my phone. My phone's binging like crazy right now. So I guess all you guys are sending me the emails right now. Let me see who answered me back. I always like to see it. David, Nadia. Okay, Nadia, I got yours. All right, Nadia. Dennis Thomas, David, Gerard, Jeff, Kathy. Good. Got all of you guys. Oh, Gerard, you emailed me twice, right, Gerard? Don't think I'm not paying attention. Listen, if you're a good listener and if you're replying back, you're a guy that I enjoy teaching, because that means that you're focused, you're paying attention, and you could see the value of what's coming out of this. You see how many times you go to webinars and people are like, oh, we teach you how to style, and then all of a sudden they say, okay, now pay me $10 zillion. I don't do that. Okay. I'm looking for traders that could be part of my team, but I'm looking for serious traders. So I'm glad you guys are answering that back. It's exactly what I'm looking for. Now, the next thing I want to show you here is something called level 4. Okay. Now I want to hop on level 4 really quick. But before I do that, I want everybody here to give me a stock to watch. Anybody here in a stock right now, I want to bring it up and we're going to have some fun here. We're going to test our knowledge. Give me a stock, any stock. And I'll see if it's a good stock. David says Zia, S-E-Z-T-A. Volume is a little light. It's 1.9 million shares. It looks like I've been a good swing trade, but not the greatest. I can't look Indian stocks. They got to be a New York Stock Exchange stocks. I mean, all stocks that trade in the U.S. All right, PLTR looks pretty good. That one actually is a pretty good stock. I like that one, PLTR. Okay, so I'm going to bring up PLTR. Did I have it up here? I thought I had it up here. And I didn't. PLTR. Okay, so I'm going to bring up PLTR here. All right, so I'm going to move this over here. Now, with the PLTR, what is your game plan, Gerard, on PLTR? What's the game plan? Where are you getting in? Where did you get in? And where do you get out? What's the game plan? You got in at 20. Good. That's a great trade. Very good. Okay. Obviously, it's a swing trade. But where are you going to get out? You want to take a profit at 44. Okay. Anybody else? Made a double. All right. Anybody else? Anybody agree with him? Anybody want me to change anything around here? Okay. So let me tell you what we're going to teach you at Cybertrade University. So I'm going to go back on PLTR. And when I draw my trend line on PLTR, you're right here. And there's actually, this stock did hit a high right here, which is, I think that's 45, 45 right there. Okay. And you can see we're right here. Now, why did the stock go from 8 to 45, back down to 4, and now it's up at, you said 44? Okay. Is he making a good decision or a bad decision? Is that a good trade or a bad trade? Take it out of 45, 44. everybody? What do you guys think? Irving says pretty good. All right. But how do we really know 44 is the number? How do we know it's not 45? How do we know it's not 48? How do you really, really know? Right now, you're looking at the left of the chart. It's a rough guess. Are you in a guess business or you want to be in the right business? Okay. Rough guess is not a good answer. You don't want to be guessing. Okay. Yes. You want to be in the right business. So how about we look at the right of the chart? Right now, we're looking at the left. Let me go to my right. Let me bring the right of the chart. So the right of the chart, hold on. I got to load it up here really quick and show what we got going on here. Almost there. It's a lot of data for this stock right here. Okay, here we go. All right. What do we see here? So this is 9:30 when the market opened up. Right here. This is 9:30. Okay. When it opened up, program trading kicks in. Means all these orders show up at 9:30. You got an order that showed up here, and you got orders that showed here. Now, this order's been out there ever since. Okay. It's the only line that's there. So there was no other lines on the way up. You know, I mean, there was no other orders sitting out there. I mean, there were, but he canceled. No orders held it down. But this guy's been out there ever since. How many shares is that right there? This is what's called the current order book. How many shares are out there? I can sit here all day. I want to see everybody write it down. There's 107,000 shares sitting at $44. Okay. It never hit 44. Never hit it. Now, is it 45? You know what I mean? Like, is that really, really, really the number? A little bit. But at 45, you got 450,000. So where did those numbers come from? Who are those people? Why did they pick that number? Well, what you have to learn and what we teach you at Cybertrain University is that the past is not always indicative of the future. We're looking at the future. But in this case, whenever you ever thought about what made that support and resistance levels at 45 is because of sellers. And now you're witnessing all these big sellers. Now, is 44 big resistance? Yeah. Got 100,000 they're going to deal with, but the real big sellers at 45. And why is that 45? Because back here, if I click on that, see that number right there? Look at the top left-hand corner. Back on January 27, on 2021, the high was $45. Now, I'm going to ask everybody this question. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if you knew where all these buyers and sellers were? Right? Now, I've been only talking for about 30 minutes. I wasted about 30 minutes of our time just talking about myself because I want everybody to know who is Fausto Pugliese? Who is Cybertrain University? Who is these people I see on the internet? Why is this guy driving Lamborghinis? You know, who is he? You know what I mean? Like Juan said it best. Let me see your P&L. Well, guess what? I am going to show you my P&L. And you know how I'm going to show it to you? Not going over here and putting some fictitious numbers up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to invite all of you to come live and see us trade live, but not only see what we do, but see if I could teach you how to figure it out. Seeing all the other traders out there that are part of the team. Like right now we have what? There's about, I mean, it's all in the middle of the day. A lot of them left. But yeah, I mean, right now there's what, 175 people in there trading? And we're at the worst time of the day. We're in the middle of the day, usually the morning and the afternoons. And these are people from all over the world. So I want you to be part and meet all the instructors at Cybertrain University. And I want you to meet all the students at Cybertrain University from all over the world. New Hampshire, New York, South Carolina, New Jersey, Oklahoma City, California, Maryland. All these people. Czechoslovakia. I think that's Czech. There's people from all over the world here. All right. So I don't want to waste any more time. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Who here wants to come join the trading room? Who here wants to see us trade live and see and practice what we preach? Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Cybertrain University, and you probably will never see this out of any webinar you attended, but we're endorsed and sponsored by more exchanges, brokerage firms than any school in the industry. Okay. And let me just remind you this. ChatGTP did not rank us #1 school in the industry, okay, than anyone out there. And you all know these names: Underground Investor, Warrior Trader, Bull Trading, Timothy Sykes, Online Trading Academy, Bulls on Wall Street. Look at all these traders. How does AI know that? And we all hear AI is the future. AI, we're going to be using AI for everything. They've done their research. These brokerage firms have done their research. Okay. And not only that, but we got a 5-star rating on Google. Okay. You've probably never seen someone have a 5-star rating. We're doing this for 30 years. 30 years. What is that? Because we love what we do. I love changing people's lives. My staff loves changing people's lives. We love to make you guys a better trader. But the thing is this, it's not for everybody. Okay. You got to learn before you can earn. And I know a lot of you have taken classes with other people. A lot of you saw the mentors. And sometimes it takes a couple of times before you find the right person to teach you how to do it. But this is what I'm going to do to teach you all. I want everyone here to subscribe to my channel because we post every day on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, Telegram, everything. Okay. There's our link. Click on it, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and give us a thumbs up. Very, very important that you do that. Now, for all of you to come join my trading room, this is the difference. I'm not looking to give anything away for free. I honestly feel like I give it to you for free. You're not going to take it seriously. Okay. So this is what we're looking to do. $9, money back guaranteed, 1 week access in my trading room, no subscription, no nothing. All this is an application fee to let me know that you're a real person or not. That's it. Okay. I don't want to waste any time with free people. I don't think you want to waste my time. So if you got $9 in your pocket, here's going to be opportunity to join my trading room for 1 week. Now, this is what you're going to get. We do live audio commentary every day. You're going to have access to all the traders, see what we're buying, what we're selling, where we're making, where we're losing, how we control losses, how we run with our winners, everything. I'm going to show you how to find iceberg orders. You're going to get education classes that we do all day, like Traders Talk, all this stuff, live podcasts that we do. All this great stuff you're going to get here at Cybertrain University. All you need to do is take your phone, turn on the camera, scan that QR code, or click the link right there. All you have to do. Now, that's all you need to get started. And you're going to get all this wonderful stuff. Okay. The trading room, workshops, Traders Talk Library, everything else. Oh, and I almost forgot one last thing I'm going to throw in there. If anyone here registers, I will personally talk to you on the phone. Now, I know a lot of you here have taken classes before. Okay. Let's think about this for a second. Before you ever went out there, did you ever talk to the owner? I don't think so. And you're probably saying, well, why would he? because I have an invested interest for my traders to succeed. If you succeed, then I succeed. If I could teach you how to make money and I think you got it in you, we're going to trade together. We're going to do great. If you're in that trading room and you think it's too fast, you don't get it, at least you could say you were one of the top educational schools in the industry and you finally made a decision and say, you know what, this is not for me. I'm going to maybe go back to my old job. And that's okay. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see you guys go out there and blow up an account and be desperate. And then come to us and like, Fausto, you got to help me out. I just lost 70% of my money on some stock that I didn't know how to take a loss in. And I got to make it back because, my wife is going to kill me. And she doesn't know that. I worked my whole life on my IRA. And I'm not making this shit up. I hear it all the time. And you know what I tell people like that? I'm sorry, I can't help you. I can't help you because for several different reasons. All right. You don't want to be that guy or that girl. Okay. The person you want to be is you want to make sure you're doing it right. Lynn and Randy, once again, thank you very much. Linda and Randy, I'd love to do I'll maybe consider doing a podcast with you guys, but Linda and Randy let me just say, we're not the most easiest people to convince to take the training because they've taken training from someone else. And they wanted to make sure that whatever I said, they were going to get. And they love it. They love being here. I mean, now, like once they took it and they made that investment, they're great. They're great in the trading room. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. We had that conversation. Remember, both of you, and it's just been great. You know what I mean? But you did your homework, right, Lynn? Right, Randy? And everyone else should. You should do your homework. But it all starts here. So the thing is this. If you can't afford $9, you really can't afford to trade. That's the way I look at it. If you're somebody here, like I did a presentation, I was in Toronto, and someone was asking me, said, can I get this for free? I'm like, no. They're like, well, why not? Because nobody works for free. And I'm going to teach you something very valuable lesson. If anyone gives you anything for free, that's all it's worth. There's no such thing of free lunches. Okay. Someone's paying for it. And if they are giving you something for free, they're doing something in the back that is going to make them 10 times over. If I want to, that room you just saw, I could have 5,000 people in there if I did it for free. Do you want to be in a room with 5,000 people? You think I could talk to you? You think I would have a 5-star rating if I had 5,000 people in that room? Everybody's like, oh, Fausto's too busy, just whatever. No. Go out there, make that investment. Thank you very much, Lynn and Randy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, a couple of shout outs really quick. For some of you here that are registering, why is my inbox locked up? Let me go here. All right. So what do I have here? A couple of people just registered. What I got here registered. Because I have to go. Michelle, I got your registration from North Carolina. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Who else I got here just registered? Michael from Chicago. Welcome aboard. Now, listen, as you guys registered, you're going to go through a 5 questionnaire. Just tell us a little bit about you. Who's your broker? So we know what kind of trading you're doing. I know some of you said you got Thinkorswim here. Let us know if you're, how long you've been doing, who trained you, so we know what kind of style you are. And then what's going to happen, you're going to book an appointment. All of you are going to talk to my staff. We're going to do a walkthrough with you. Okay. And we're going to show you exactly what you're looking at, where to find the classes, the workshops, all that good stuff. We want to make sure that you have the greatest experience coming here. We're not going to sell you anything. Okay. Want to make sure, you just know you're getting what you're seeing. And then if you're in the trading room, after about 2 or 3 days, we'll have a talk, kind of answer some of your questions, and then we'll make a decision if you should continue to trading, as a career, or maybe go back to your day job. Okay. And if this is for you or not. And I think you want to hear the truth, just like any doctor would tell you, if you should get surgery or not, kind of treat the same way. Thank you very much, Margaret. And we always like to appreciate when you guys come because these are our students right here that are in there. Margaret, you have it on host and panel. Just have it to everyone. Um, the reason why they're here is they want to see the people that are here who they're competing against. You know, the students here were you, right? And it took them some time to kind of get a little comfortable before they realize and make that investment and take that time to do it. But you know what? You have all their comments. You're seeing what they're saying. I love changing their lives, and you know what? Appreciate you learn something new every day. I'm retired from AT&T about 8 years ago. Well, Juan, like I said, I'm still waiting for you to fill out the form. I didn't even see you register. You got some great questions, Juan. I'd love to talk to you, but at the end of the day, if you're not going to be part of the team, if you don't want to see it live, I can't help you. You know what I mean? All right, traders. I want to get back to my room. I want to get back to my traders. It's been a real exciting day. I want to get in. There's some of these stocks from the hurricane that are kicking in. There are other stocks that are trading due to other news out there, CPI numbers, everything else. Want to go out there and trade. And like I said, hopefully I get to see you all in there. All right, traders. Thank you very much for listening in. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Happy trading. And if everybody else, just remember one thing. If you didn't move forward with Cyber Trading University, you better learn before you could earn. All right. Good luck. Happy trading, everyone.